After Rio next year, it will be 3 straight Olympics in East Asia as Beijing won the bid today to host the 2022 Winter Games, becoming the first city to host both a summer and winter Olympics.
The case competition is mainly about the Winter Olympics game in Beijing in 2022. Our goal is to give some specific marketing strategy to help this game to achieve the goal, which is 7 trillion RMB tourism revenue and 300 million people to participate in winter sports.
So we use our imagination to come up with some deeper and more interesting ideas.
I thought Beijing Olympic is a good thing because it is such a big event in China. People want to know what the Olympics will bring to the societies and how we're gonna embrace the winter sports. So I think it's a good topic to talk about.
That means there's a huge space for Winter Olympics to promote its marketing strategies in China.
I think in China, winter sports is mainly a kind for someone who can afford it, since some of equipments are very expensive. But I think when the middle class in China is getting bigger, so more people are getting rich, then more people are able to afford those sports, then they will become prevalent.
I think the topic is really interesting because Olympics game, no matter Summer Olympics or Winter Olympics, is always the focus of the whole world. So this is the greatest event in the world that almost all the countries will participate in it.
Asking business case is not only about just a case, it is also about your overall understanding about the world.
Beijing is the first city in the world to hold both Winter Olympic and Summer Olympics, so that is a special point.
We searched a lot of background information to compare other Olympic Games to Beijing Winter Olympics and to find its unique point.
Solving a case is already hard. With a short amount of preparation time and doing that in a second language, it's really unbelievable what they were able to achieve.
What I'm really looking at is to see how they integrate technology and social media into the marketing for the 2022.
We think about social media a lot. Like the social media in China nowadays are the most important way for us to communicate with each other. And it influences just huge amounts of people, so we use social media as our ways to break this case, to come up with a solution.
I am amazed by the team's presentations because I know that they only have one night to prepare for it, but all of them shows great teamwork and they're comfortable with talking in public, so that is really something that amazed me.
So I think we learned a lot from this class. First, we learned to cooperate. So I think cooperation is very important during this case competitions because we have 14 members. We need to allocate our jobs based on people's different personalities as well as their ability.
Team 7, please take the stage.
It's one thing to participate in a competition, which itself has a series of challenges around logic, presentation skills, creative solutions. It's another thing entirely to actually set up a scenario that students can tackle.
A creative solution would be one that no one else has thought of, or it's a unique take on a certain problem. And I think in the past, the students have been very good about being able to come up with something unusual and unique.
What was really exciting to me about the case this year, first of all, was of course that our alumna Evangeline Shilohan wrote the case, because there's nothing more rewarding than seeing a student go from taking the class, participating in the case competition themselves.
My brain is full of the business ideas.
To just 2 years later actually being able to write a case that can be used.
So we are trying to make this event a memorable tradition.
And although we gave her some feedback, it really was something that she took the initiative to do, put an incredible amount of work into, and really delivered.
This case competition I participated here at Qibao Dwight really teaches me a lot about how to do things like that. How would you say these two cities are different in terms of marketing strategies?
Chongli is a wise choice.
I think all the teams are very similar and they have like similar performances, and they're all doing very well. And I thought winning teams is particularly more successful because they like really put their answers in organized structure, and their strategies are more achievable and reasonable.